Oh hey, it's Wes, and today it's time to talk about this, the Godox ML60 battery-powered-able LED video light. So let's hit it. The Godox ML60 is this insanely compact and some would say pocketable, depends on whether or not you're still into cargo pants, LED video light. It's a COB LED on the front and a mostly metal construction. But let's not talk too much about that yet. Let's just get into the categories, starting with the build quality. A lot of this is metal. Got a fair amount of plastic on the back. Some very generic dials in the back here. Kind of a junky button. The DC power jack looks incredibly cheap. The front end looks real nice, like a lot of Godox LED lights. Overall, I feel like this one's a little bit more down market than a lot of the stuff that Godox has been producing lately, which honestly I'm happy about. Godox has always been known for high value products, and I'd like them to stay on that train, at least partially. I want the pro products to be pro, I want the regular products to be affordable. So overall, although it's pretty sturdy, I wouldn't consider it an amazing build quality. Appears to be a very high value product, so I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. Feature set. It's a hard one to compare because there isn't a lot of stuff to really directly compare this thing to. It's so small. It's kind of a unique device. This also comes with it right here. This is the battery handle. Now, depending on where you buy this product from, it may or may not come with any batteries, so you might just get this battery caddy here, which, with a little flip of the switch on here, comes right off, can stand on its own. Speaking of other features, it also comes with this massive carry case. It has a longer DC power cable in here, warranty card, you got a pole adapter for this, shoulder strap, got a lot going on right here. I think we have some more stuff. It also contains this DC power adapter, which has a ludicrously long cable on the AC side, and a pretty long cable on the DC side too. So this will get you a pretty good distance away from an outlet. Also included is this stock reflector. Snaps right in. In case you're wondering how it snaps in, this would be what's called a Godox mount. It's like a Bowens mount, but much smaller. You might remember that mount from the AD300 Pro. Same mount. So I can take the stock reflector off that, snap it on here, and I have a very small reflector on the front. So that's cool. I don't want to leave that on for too long though, in case people see this video, I think it comes with that, which it does not. You need 2 batteries to power it. Unfortunately, you can't do the uninterrupted power using this device. There we go, it goes down to 1%, which isn't very bright. It also makes use of the AD200 screw-on bracket here that we saw once again on the 300 Pro. So this appears to be becoming a standardized bracket for Godox, which is interesting. I didn't expect that. There we go. So we have some effects on this. This can go from 1 to 100 in power output. It doesn't have bicolored LEDs, and I think that's going to be becoming a standard soon. So I feel like that should be weighed in the feature set now. But honestly, this is a hard device to weigh for features because it's so unique in its size and what it does. But one of the most interesting features of this is the fan. It's on right now. And unless I bring it this close to my head, I can't hear it. This comes with the ability to disable the fan in the settings here, which gives you a dimmer light. But honestly, I don't see any reason to do that. You would have to need such a quiet operation to justify turning this fan off. It is way quieter than any fan that I've seen, honestly, on anything at all. So, if you're worried about fan noise, this one's gonna be just fine. This doesn't come with the Godox wireless remote control, and honestly, that has its ups and downs. This is compatible with it, but that wireless remote is kind of terrible anyway. I wish Godox would come out with an improved version of that. Control scheme is awful, it's slow, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It has features on it that looks like it has, but it kind of doesn't, with the Kelvin control of the light. So yeah, it can be wirelessly controlled, but not well. The main feature of this, it makes light, it's tiny, 60 watts of LED light. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Light quality. This has what appears to be essentially the same COB LED as the FV, the VF, VL, SL, I don't know what that, there's so many Godox series of lights. But the latest series of lights is very good, 96 plus CRI, great skin tone. If we compare it to the FV150, you can't really tell a difference between the light output on that, so that's quality. Now we are fixed again at our daylight color balance. And you can easily mount this inside a Godox S2 bracket if you want, just like with the AD300 Pro, to put a modifier on it. You can also get the smaller Godox mount modifiers. Those work great too. But this is only 60 watts. If you put this in a big enough modifier, it's not going to be making enough light to truly be effective. This little guy back here, that's fine, but if you put it in a big softbox, it's going to be pretty dim. Although we have a good quality of light, and it's super versatile in that you can put it in anything that you want, it's not quite powerful enough to truly justify larger softboxes, so I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10 for light quality. Usability. Well, I've already shown you most of the moving parts of this, and honestly, the whole moving parts thing is kind of the good and the bad of this light. It's super versatile, but it can be kind of janky with all the stuff hanging off of it, with the DC power brick if you're using it while it's plugged in. And those wires are super tangly. So it's very lightweight, super easy to use, very easy user interface, bright, easy to see screen, but all the accessories get to be a little bit janky. I mean, look at the size of this box to hold everything that accessorizes this. It's kinda nuts. This super tiny light gets real complicated. So for usability, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And value. This is another one where it's a little bit difficult because there's not a lot that compares directly with it. The closest I could find was the Draycast Bolt Ray LED 600 for 350 bucks. But then we can compare it to Godox's own battery-able products, like the VL150, that has almost 3 times as much power as this for $400. It is a lot bigger though, but not that much bigger. So I feel like the value proposition isn't amazing for this. It's a lot like, again, the AD300 Pro, where you get a fantastic light with honestly inexplicably large amount of power in a teeny tiny package. There are cheaper ways of producing large amounts of light than this flash. Much like there are more cost-effective ways of producing 60 watts of light than this little light. But if you're looking for something compact, this is it. So overall the value, a little hard to parse. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. That gives us a total of 38 out of 50. Not the best score in the world, mostly because I feel like this is a bit of a niche product. Most people don't need their LED lights to be battery powered. And if you are looking to use an LED light on battery, you're probably going to be outside, in which case you basically have to be shooting at blue hour or at nighttime because this isn't going to be fighting with the sun. Even just with the stock reflector on, where you're shooting that straight down. I was doing this at Halloween, and I couldn't really see this light much until the sun had mostly set. So it has its things that it's good at, but they kind of cancel each other out. Now, if you need one of these, you probably already know what you need. If you don't know that if you need one of these, it's probably not the light for you. Let me know what you think about this light down in the comments. If you want to pick up one of these, feel free to use one of my links down below, because if you buy one from that, it helps support this channel and feed my cats. So, until next time, go make some video and take some photos.